Well, many thought this fixture would be the grand final itself after 3 epic battles during the regular season. Today, they go around once more for the right to face the Western Sydney Wanderers in next weekend's big showdown. Is it finally to be the Mariners' year, or will Ange Postecoglou once again prove to be their nemesis, this time with Melbourne victory? A very good afternoon from the prettiest little football stadium in Australia. And these two certainly have been pleasing on the eye this season, but only one can make it. And many questions about to be answered. Can the Mariners finally shake off their bridesmaids tag in the finals? Will resting 7 key players for the Asian Champions League pay off? And can victory lift their game after really struggling to get past Perth Glory? And is their leaky defence strong enough to go all the way? 6 grand finals between them. They are the most successful clubs in the competition in that regard, but only victory have savoured the taste of being a championship winner, and their record in finals football is near impeccable, having lost just twice in 11 finals games, while the Mariners have won just 4 from 16. And as the team in yellow and blue will no doubt believe, records are there to be broken. The Mariners fans hoping, praying that this year is to be their year at long last. Tense moments in the tunnel before this second semi-final. The Wanderers sitting pretty with their place booked at Allianz Stadium next weekend. Marcos Flores on the left there, restored back into the victory lineup today. Could he be perhaps the X factor? Rojas and Thompson will need watching as well. The Mariners have plenty of match winners of their own, and they are near invincible on their home turf this season. 11 wins, 1 draw and just 1 defeat in the regular season. The Mariners, perhaps the slight favourites, they're so consistent, but Melbourne victory have more than a puncher's chance here tonight. The Foxcopter bringing us wonderful pictures. Pitch eye view and then a bird's eye view of this lovely Bayside Stadium on the banks of the Brisbane Water. A venue that has had so much success in the A-League era, and yet in terms of the finals has brought so much disappointment. Is that about to change? Our Blue Tongue Stadium, an absolute picture. Healthy crowd in attendance too, and we are all set for go in this second semi-final in Season 8 of the Hyundai A-League. So 1 game left, 1 place remaining ahead of the grand final next week. Will it be the Mariners or will it be the victory? Andy Harper, what's your crystal ball saying?
Well, it's a bit blurry at the moment, a bit foggy, the crystal ball, Simon. What I am looking forward to in this game is the clash of styles that I'm expecting to unfold. Melbourne victory, well, we'll know how well they're going if their passing is crisp and they dominate possession, and they're doing it up in the Mariners' half to work the Mariners' defence. And the Mariners will be sitting back, looking to pounce on an error, force an error, and then spring into counter-attack. That's the contrast between the teams in general terms. And it's whoever wins that battle, whichever style predominates, will be the team that wins here today.
Hutchinson to go long. Now McGlinchey. Nudged over by Zaleski, free kick Mariners.
And a silly foul. Really, restraint is the order of the day in those situations. McGlinchey's heading northeast towards the corner flag. And Billy Zaleski just has to encourage him down that narrow corridor, not lean in, no contact required. Now as it is, from set pieces, the Mariners are pretty dangerous. Van Spike, McBreen, Rose, Stojowski, Bernie Abini, all very, very good targets.
Can he find that corridor of uncertainty, Michael McGlinchey? And he's gone deep instead. Drop here for Abini, and Sainsbury trying to poke it towards goal and then blasted with real power wide by Daniel McBreen.
And I'd venture to suggest Billy Zaleski is a very relieved man at the moment. Well won at the back, McBreen. Good bravery there from Nathan Coe. Gee, on a hiding to nothing there. But it's McBreen who reacts first. Great stuff, Nathan Coe.
Sainsbury back on the park and thankfully okay. Following that whack to the head. Mariners finding Bowych. Sainsbury looking to lift it over the top for Stajovski. Galloway's given it away. Breen. Nice little pirouette to take him clear of Flores. Mabini. Mabini using his body to allow the ball to run across him, and he's broken through two challenges. McBreen. Oh, what a goal! That's a very special strike indeed by Daniel McBreen, and the Mariners' pressure pays off. They lead. Goal number 18 of a stellar season. And that one could be the most important yet for McBreen.
Well, I don't reckon he's hit one any better of his 18. This is the problem for Melbourne Victory. The centre and midfield, they haven't been able to bottle that up. They've had 10 previous shots from there or thereabouts, the Mariners, and number 11, like a tracer bullet, fires past Coe, can do nothing about it. And Daniel McBreen has scored 18. It's the cleanest he's hit, I'd reckon, and he's had plenty of good efforts. And their nose is in front now, the Mariners, who haven't lost from this position at this stadium this season.
Well, an absolute rocket off the left boot of Daniel McBreen. And on balance of play, perhaps that is the correct scoreline, Andy. Ryan with a little pitching wedge then up towards halfway. McBreen finding some space and holding off the defender. Here's Mitch Duke. Duke! Well, he really would have been the Duke of Gosford if he'd have put that one between the posts.
He might well have. Brilliant work again. McBreen scored the first and came close to setting up the second. Blazing away, Mitch Duke.
Trying for victory. They need the ball up the other end of the park and quick. Milligan. Oh, he's been caught there by Montgomery.
Well, Connor
on a yellow.
Connor, he's going to go. That's a grand final, is it, for Montgomery?
Yep, he's off. Well, I thought it might be. Well, if the Mariners do go through, Nick Montgomery will play no parts. The same as Yusuf Hersey for the Wanderers.
Still, there was a brilliant advantage opening up for Connor Payne down the near touchline. He could have administered that punishment later, but Connor Payne was away, Simon. Milligan hooked the ball clear.
Well, it's disappointing for Nick Montgomery, who's played a terrific part in the Mariners' successes this season, but he'll miss out on the big occasion next weekend. If the Mariners get there, there's still just under 2 minutes to go. Grand finals do seem to throw up those sort of stories, don't they? Not pleasant for those involved. It's now or never, really, for the victory. Haven't looked very likely for large swathes of this contest, and again, they can't find Naboo.
And their trademark movement from the flank positions has just not happened.
Milligan, that's a good ball though. Thompson meets it on the volley, and Connor Payne trying to get in behind. And there was Bowych to avert the danger for the Mariners. Just the sniff of an opportunity. And again, the Mariners snuffed it out just as soon as it arrived. It's been such a composed display defensively by Graham Arnold's team. We're into the last minute. They're almost there, the Central Coast. The Victory desperate for an opening. Something, anything. Connor Payne, or rather Scott Galloway, has Payne for assistance. Throw in Melbourne. Milligan. Payne. And again, Mariners break it up. Breaks though for Naboo. Down he goes. Free kick on the edge of the D.
Well, can we get a close-up of Graham Arnold? He will be looking for a hole. He can't believe what he's watching. 10 seconds of the 3 minutes. It's a clear win by Leia. And that's the foul there on Naboo. Can have no complaints with the decision. This is going to be a nervous 20 or 30 seconds for the Central Coast Mariners.
Well, probably less than that, I reckon. Melbourne Victory's hopes probably rest on this free kick. Marco Rojas, you'd imagine, to take. Matt Ryan desperately trying to get his wall sorted. One more nervous moment for the Mariners. Can the Victory pull it out of the fire right at the death? It's Rojas, the wall does its job. Rojas won't get a second go, and away come the Mariners. Strebre-Dolowski looks at his watch. It's 3-on-2 here for the Central Coast. Oh, and Duke has given it away carelessly, but it doesn't matter. The full-time whistle goes. Graham Arnold has beaten Ange Postecoglou in the finals at last, and the grand final will be an all-New South Wales affair. The Mariners through to an unprecedented fourth final as Victory miss out, and Ange Postecoglou suffers his first defeat in finals football in 16 years. It will be 1 versus 2 at Allianz Stadium next Sunday. The purists will be happy. The Victory fans can take consolation in a much better campaign than last year, and no doubt there is more to come from them next season. But really, there is no doubt that the better team won tonight, even if it was by the slenderest of advantages. Daniel McBreen's first half goal enough. The Central Coast Mariners have won it by 1-0.